Cancer, welcome to your June love reading. Let's get started and see what messages and themes we have around love for you for the month of June. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June love messages. Oh, exchanging gifts. We just saw that for Gemini coming out. I love that card. Breathe. Oh, I can't see what those are. Lots of messages for you. My goodness. Okay, bottom of the deck is No Place Like Home. You're getting some of my favorite cards here. Okay, let's see. No Place Like Home on the bottom of the deck. So we are really focused on what makes us feel whole and complete. We see Between Two Worlds, exchanging gifts, breathe, clean it up, happy, and fork in the road. Oh my goodness, so much going on for you, Cancer. Very interesting. Okay, we've got two cards in succession. So that always makes me feel like you're moving towards something very quickly right now. We see happy, and exchanging gifts, which are cards 26 and 27 in a very well shuffled deck. So you're needing to exchange one thing for another because you are in between worlds. You are moving towards something very happy. And right now you're sort of stuck between two worlds. You're at a fork in the road, my friends. Two cards giving you that message, that signal to say you're between two worlds. It's time to make a choice. Where are you most happy? That's where you must sort of exchange one thing for another. You're being guided to find your happiness and your inner peace with this Breathe card and to clean things up. There are some things that you need to pay attention to right now. They need your attention in this moment. So we are exchanging gifts to find our happiness and our inner peace. You're between two worlds at a crossroads, and you're needing to make a decision about sort of what feels like home. Where do you feel at home? You are between two worlds, Cancer, and it's needing a decision. It's needing choice. It's needing sort of an exchange. I feel like you almost have to release something from the past in order to do this. In order to do this, you're needing to clean something up from the past, exchange it to, it's almost like transmuting something, letting something go. Let's jump into the tarot cards and see if we can clarify this for Cancer. Very interesting cards. Really telling me that you're moving towards your greater happiness here, but that's going to come at a cost. You're going to have to exchange one path for another, and you're at the fork in the road. You're between two worlds. You're very close to something here that's going to be very fulfilling. 10 of Wands in reverse. You are ready. Death card in reverse. You're resisting. You're ready and you're resisting. Magician. Yeah, you don't believe in yourself right now to make this change. Queen of Cups. The situation could need love and forgiveness and compassion and empathy. We see the High Priestess. You got to trust that. Trust it. Trust yourself here. You know, it's interesting. These, yeah. King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck is Justice in reverse. This is very intriguing. You are weighing things out right now. You're weighing things out instead of, I think, sort of feeling like you're narrating the story. It's almost like you feel like the story is narrating you. Do you know what I mean? It's like your locus of control is gone external instead of being internal. You need to bring more balance within. I feel like there is something here that needs you to let go. You need to almost let go of something and surrender. Yeah, that exchanging gifts and this Knight of Swords in reverse. Death card, Magician in reverse. You're really needing to let go of your burdens. You're needing to release things that are blocking your happiness, your peace of mind. You need to clean something up here. There's a bit of a mess that you're holding on to that needs to be surrendered. It's time to set those wands down and to pick up a new set of like a new path, this exchanging gifts. It's time. It's time to allow this transformation to happen. And I feel like you're resisting it. It's like you feel divided by something. There's something that you need to let go of, and there's also something that you need to sort of go towards. So you feel divided right now. It's like you're hanging on to these wands and they're slipping and falling, and you're grasping and you're struggling to hang on to them. But at the same time, you just need to let go of them. But there's something here that you're attached to. Something here that you're resisting this transformation in some way, and you're not allowing yourself to go for change. You're clinging to the past. And it's almost like you've lost hope in your own ability to dictate what happens next, or to narrate a story where you come out on top. It's like you fear change to the point where you're almost hanging on to things for sentimental value. These wands don't serve you anymore the way that things are going, but you're hanging on to them because you're like, well, that's all I know. That's what I've been doing for so long. I'm very attached to these wands now. But it's the end of a cycle. It's time to let the Knight of Swords come in and create change in your life. And that change is actually you. You are the magician. You're the one narrating the story. And whenever I see the Magician in reverse, that tells me that you're at a new beginning and you're stuck. You're between two worlds. The Magician is card 1, folks. So it's like the Fool and then the Magician. Right away, this is the time to realize how resourceful you are and how much potential you have to change your own path, to exchange this old path for a new path, to move between worlds, to be at a fork in the road and take a decision to move you to a different location, to a different timeline. There are some intuitive sort of dreams maybe, or insights that you are denying. You're denying that you have the answers. You're denying that you can follow your truth. You're denying that. And you're resisting change because of a sentimental attachment to something in the past. And I gotta say, seeing the Justice card in reverse on the bottom of the deck tells me that there was a need for balance here. And that it's almost time to just take responsibility for whatever you have to take responsibility for, if there is anything, and move past it. Find what feels like home. In where? The here and now. You got to stay in the here and now, Cancer. You're stuck clinging to the past, and there's so many cards telling you that you're this close to a new beginning, between two worlds. It's time to exchange the past for the now. It's time to feel happy and to breathe and to clean up any trauma that you may be over-identifying with and hanging on to, because you've sort of become attached to this trauma now. And it's time to be confident in yourself and to trust your intuition and to hang on, I see something flipped over here. What was it? 3 of Swords. Very interesting. You're hanging on to this. You're starting to over-identify with this situation from the past that was painful, instead of just letting it go. It's time to let it go. Even if it was unjust, even if it wasn't fair, even if it felt like it just wasn't fair. It's okay. I feel like that experience was trying to teach you something, but that now you're at a place where it's like, you've got to choose something. You have to decide, how much are you going to let this be your identity? And how much of this is worth hanging on to? It's almost like a sentimental, traumatic attachment. It's trauma bonding, where you bond to something through a trauma, and then it becomes hard to change or to move past it. But the Magician is here to remind you that you can change this. You've become overly attached to something, and now you're not seeing that there's a new opportunity right there. You're overly focused on this past situation. You may be unable to moderate this. You're not in balance here. You're overly focused on the past and not paying attention to what's happening now. And you're so close to moving into a new place, but you need to make a choice. There's the Lovers in reverse. There's a big decision that you need to make about whether or not you're going to stay stuck or you're going to move forward. And I mean, it's very interesting because seeing the Lovers in reverse is a time, I think, where we're unable to sort of jolt ourselves into harmony. And the way to do that is to sort of acknowledge that there is a lack of harmony. I think that's step one, is to say something's out of balance. And in order to bring balance to this situation, I have to do something about it. You, not me. You know what I mean? Like, as you talk to yourself about this, it's like you have to really expand yourself a little bit here and to make an important choice about whether or not you're going to stay stuck or move past something. There is something here that could be weakening your resolve to move forward. And it's these 10 wands that you're hanging on to. It's time to let them go. You're at a crossroads, my friends. You're at the fork in the road between two worlds, and it's time to decide if you're going to exchange one energy for another. And the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles, I believe they're here to encourage you to bring love to a situation, maybe forgiveness and compassion and empathy, and to also focus on what feels intuitive. You've got to set yourself free. 9 of Wands. You feel there's so much self-care that's required here. This love needs to be directed to the self, to heal. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that beautiful new beginning. You can exchange all of this for a new beginning. It's just going to take you to trust yourself and to trust the path that you're on, to let go of all of these limiting thoughts that are scaring you into staying stuck. They're weakening your confidence. These limiting thoughts are terrifying you. You're so close to ending this chapter, my friends. The Ace of Swords and Page of Cups in reverse. You're so close. It's up to you to release this pattern. This is going to be up to you. You've got to make a choice here. And I think you're on the fence. You're on the fence. You're between two worlds. You're at the fork in the road. You're at a crossroads here. You've got to decide between over-identifying with something that no longer serves you and something brand new. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. There is a karmic shift happening in your life. You need to surrender to it, my friends. Instead of feeling despondent and feeling hopeless and feeling almost depressed, you know, it's almost like you're getting the gift of a shake-up here, but you have to go for it. This isn't happening to you. You are a participant in this, and it's like you have to decide what feels like home. You have to decide if you're going to pursue what makes you feel happy and inner peace. Are you going to clean this up or stay stuck? It's up to you. This involves you loving yourself, you nurturing yourself, you making a choice that suits you and allows you to feel confident in your ability to change your life, to change this pattern. Very interesting. I'm going to leave it at that, my friends. I hope this has resonated for you. If it has, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and leaving me a comment, letting me know how it's resonated for you. I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Hope to see you again soon for another reading. Have a good month.